So, hello, my name's Subscirbe, and you made the mistake of coming to watch one of my videos. Right, so today we're doing a bit of a first impressions / crew training trip with the Embraer-195 in X-Plane 10. Ooh, there we go, frame drops. Nice little aeroplane, can't really, no complaints about it. From guys who fly this in the real world, it's a pretty amazing little aircraft, so that's good. And we're just going to take her up for a spin from, well, I'm currently on the ground in Brno Airport, and we're heading up to Prague. Unfortunately, the FMS, which I can pop up, which I've just discovered, is not exactly, how shall I say this, complicated. We'll go down to Bodel. Is that something direct to Bodel? I don't even know anymore. Next thing is FMS nav mode on. Flight director on. That works, that's good. We don't need to set the altitude bug. We'll go for 10,000 feet. Because it's a fairly, actually we've got 11,000, because actually no, it's 10,000 because we're kind of westbound. And it's a very short flight this, it's 130 nautical miles. The Embraer does do shorter, as I remember hearing from a contact who actually flies these things in the real world. Apparently his record for the shortest flight was 11 minutes, and that was from Amsterdam to Brussels. Okay, so just a little bit of that. And I'm going to steer us out of the stand because I haven't actually got the pushback mod back in yet. One the tarmac still, which is good. That's the passenger terminal. I've actually flown it to Brno in the real world. Only once. That was actually with Ryanair. I like that even more. Right, it's 40 miles to Bodel. Actually, so we're going to Tumka, which is 32 miles. Yeah, if you steer too steeply, it has a hissy fit. Okay, we'll just steer on the taxiway and go down to this end. Down. What? The truck. Down Delta taxiway to the end. I have actually left it the default fuel load because I just wanted to have a look at this aircraft, and I didn't want to kind of let any of my mistakes come into what it would handle like. Ignore the sounds of tyres locking up, or skidding, sorry. Okay, what we can do now is just say map. We can take nav aids off. Airports can stay on actually. Waypoint, ADF, weather, and TCAS can stay on even though there's no aircraft in the area. Plan mode. Staying in map. Okay. Next thing to do is to arm VNav. Hopefully that works. If it doesn't, we can always just use Flitch mode. Actually, we'll use Flitch when we get down the runway. We're going to increase our taxi speed a bit. So at least about 20 knots is what we're looking for. It's a very nice little aircraft. It's the Embraer-195. You can have a look around to the outside of the aircraft. It's, as I say, I like it. It's very capable from what I know in the real world. And I actually quite liked flying it when I had it in FSX. Tyre screeching is quite bad. Oh cool, the window opens. That's good to know for when we arrive in Prague. We want to get some fresh air in the aircraft. This apparently is real world weather at the minute in Brno. I've got a 5-knot tailwind in the takeoff. Okay. There's no way of calculating my V-speeds with this aircraft. No, the real world aircraft doesn't calculate V-speeds for you. So we'll rotate about 140 knots. Yeah. Transponder is going to 2200. and transponder to altitude. We'll just put a little bit extra juice in. I want to see also how well it spools. And it's a long way at the end, so actually we can afford to do, let's say 40. Airspeed indicator works. That's good. As I say though, this is my first one of my first videos back with X-Plane, and I had this aircraft sitting around and I never really flew it. So that's all about to change. Ooh, mood lighting. Is that mood lighting? Or is that, what is that? Passenger signs automatic. That can come on. APU generator can come off. We haven't actually got a heads up display in the aircraft, it's just got the switch. Crumbs! Okay, and braking's good as well. So as I said, today we're just going to do Brno to Prague. Wow, it's ice cream. Okay, our flaps are set for takeoff. Trim. I'll set that to about 3. Lieutenant Tower, hello there, it's check holidays 235. Requesting clearance for takeoff. Runway 25. Didn't realise quite how. Looks like there must have been a dual runway thing going on here at some stage. Okay, alarm flight level change mode inside of VNAV. Auto throttle. Okay, so yeah, clear on the approach. Quite a good visibility from the cockpit. Crap. Auto throttle off, auto throttle off, auto throttle off. Brake. Oh, we're on the grass. So we've established that it goes to flitch mode if you engage the auto throttle when you're on the ground. So to toga mode. And what I can do is I'll just go to full power now. When we get established central on the runway. I don't know why my render settings are so low. I set them quite high. Peculiar it is. Heading sync. Or even engage heading mode. There we go. It's quite loud. 100 knots. V1. Okay, I think I've exceeded the RPM on the engines. 130. Rotate. Okay, so we're able. Tap the toe brakes, positive rate, landing gear up. I said landing gear up. There we go. Auto throttle is now armed. And flight level change is now armed. And rotate the nose up. We can now go to localizer mode. So I believe that's also the equivalent of nav mode in this aircraft. Autopilot's engaged. Let's see how the aircraft handles itself. Flaps come up. Okay.
Landing gear.
And graphics mid-warning system. I know why. Speed heading sync. There we go. I said sync. Oh my lord. Anyway, that's alright. It's not doing quite as badly as I thought it would. 226 knots in the climb. And then the aircraft starts climbing like a little rocket ship. That's basically what the Embraer is. There we go. So we've now got a punching out. I'll sell as armed. Yep. So, I'm probably going to split the video up here. Oil pressure is quite high on both sides. I think that's just because I've overjuiced the engines in the climb out. But if we look at going, I mean, Vlashim, which is the final approach, well, which is the VORs, that's 60 nautical miles, and Prague itself, which is where we're landing, is 108 nautical miles. So since the ETA is still 28 minutes, I'm, as I say, going to cut the video here. I'll just show you the external model when it's airborne, because I've never actually seen it myself. My actual first flight with the aircraft, that's why I'm making all these rookie mistakes. That's actually a massive rail yard I've been in on a train, surprisingly. And that's Brno behind us. That was a freeway scenery. If I remember to, I'll link it in the show notes. And blast off, as far as I'm concerned. So as I say, folks, I'm going to cut the video here. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all in a few minutes when we reach top of drop. See you then, folks. Bye. So hey guys, welcome back. We're just at the top of drop to Vlashim, Victor and Mike. So looking at the chart, obviously we don't have pseudo star data in the aircraft because of a limitation in the coding. But what we can do is I can just scroll the bug down to 5,000 feet, 5,500 feet to be more precise, which is our recommended it's the recommended height of a Vlashim, VLM, Victor Lima Mike, to be precise. And we'll start down at 250 knots also, because that's just a good idea. And we can go down to 5,500 feet, as I said, over Vlashim. Now we're actually going to fly a VOR approach from the south onto runway 12, because I don't think I can find the ILS without either radar vectors or this, put it that way, or without FMS. So we're going to fly the VOR approach, which I can fly non-RNAV. Come on, get down. Anyway, that's the Voltava overflying now from the. There's some fun facts which I can introduce you to. Well, it started fletching us down already. How nice of it. I'm going to anticipate about 19 miles to get down to 5,500 anyway. You can hear me rapidly clicking on the mouse there. Why is it? Oh, my life. Okay, so what we're doing, 5,500, we're dropping pretty rapidly, as you can see. Oop. Pop out, nice. They look a bit dodgy on the edge in terms of the anti-aliasing, but so does the rest of the sim, so AO. Right. Now what we need to do is we need to fly on a radial of 345 north of Vlashim to intercept this. So what heading are we on now? Not a good one. So I'm going to switch over to Vlashim on nav 1 and just put a heading bug onto 345. We're picking it up, by the way. VOR2's on Vlash and VOR1's not picking up anything. I'm just going to confirm what. Sorry, on Brno. I'm just going to confirm the frequency for Vlashim again. 114.3. 114.3. Alright, we'll just fly heading 345 outbound from Vlashim. I'll make it 343. .7,000 we're passing now, 250 knots. VOR Lockman, so we can transition to that as required. Out of interest, none of my nav 1's working. Now let's try again. So 112.60, I believe. I'm going to confirm that again by looking at the VOR plate. Yep. And then I'm going to switch that over. There we go, got OK on VOR2. And I can actually just then stick us over onto actually, what's the final course? Final course is 119 and 119 radial. So, but it's a heading of 299er. So if we put the we'll go VOR. That's 5,500. I'd love how pretty X-Plane is. VOR lock. Is that me go to VOR lock, Mr. Aeroplane? Different method. And then all I do is I scroll the course selector around, which is here, and I scroll that onto heading of 349er. Actually, what I can do is I can then just hit heading select mode, and the aircraft will roll over to follow the heading. And just to give you an idea, we are .45 miles away from Prague right now. So we've turned out a little bit on the early side, but I can deal with that early. And I'm going to confirm my final approach tracks set correctly. .299er. So it's a bit further over than that actually. Come on. Oh. And a Canome localizer. I'd say it was slightly awkward. That cannot be right. Okay, so I've just broken that. That's alright. 80 miles, there we go. I suppose we line up. There we go, we're turning to intercept the VOR now. Holy moly, what the hell's the aircraft think it's doing? On hold. Right, VS mode. What the hell happened there? Oh, auto throttle. Auto throttle was staying off in the aircraft. I actually thought it was stalling. I'm going to go further and I'm going to say Fletch. Yes, auto throttle. Alright, we'll just leave it like that. I'm going to be aware of, obviously, of the fact that at 10 DME we have to start descending. Currently at 40, so it's not been much of an issue. But at our descent point is our final approach fix is 9.3 DME, and by then we need to be slowed down to VRAF, which will be 135 today. Flying low and slow over the checklands. But anyway, one of these, I think that's one of the dams, not particularly well modelled. But I remember seeing a video, it was ex-communist propaganda video, believe it or not. That's when these were put in the times of communism. And it was, I personally think it's a brilliant tradition. of the fact that when the logs were felled in this kind of area and they were brought down to Prague and down onto to the Danube, which runs down that way. Anyway, they were brought obviously down the river, and I might be actually I think I'm completely wrong with what I said there, but anyway, they were brought down the river, and they were then they were brought down as kind of like a big raft, and then when they got it to the other end, they were dismantled and used for used to get used to make, or used just transport down that way. And anyway, after these dams were put in, obviously they couldn't do it anymore because there was a dam, and all the times that passed must give way to the brilliance of the future design of and all that kind of thing. I was like, regurgitated crap. But yeah, how do people even believe stuff like that? That's what I get, but I don't get. Okay, Pew generator comes on. All the stuff down there works. All of this stuff works. Avionics. Oh, we go. And we're going to push that button. Landing lights should have been on. Text lights, they can come on. Strobes, now's and beacons, they're apparently on. We're going to just swing that to manual because the aircraft's definitely not climbing through 34,500 feet right now. What else can we do? I've actually got my head like on my side right now. I'm literally lying on my shoulder. Try and read what that's all saying. No, I don't need to push any more buttons up there. Sure. Alright, I was going to say that in the next video we'll do London City, but no we won't. Because the aircraft that are qualified to do London City have a switch down here which says steep approach. Basically, you've pulled the spoiler out prior to landing. Yep. No, please no. Please no. There we go. Anyway, and then it just kind of retracts it, similar to the A318. I do need to do a video of that someday. I might do it prepared if I'm feeling ballsy. Fly by! Da 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 da. So quiet. That's almost not feeling right, that's how quiet it is. Anyway, you can see the landing lights have now come on. Those lights aren't on, but I'm just going to leave it. I've put the switch to the on position. That's what I could do. I'll just show you on a map of whereabouts roughly we are. Bear in mind the scale on this map is quite deceiving. So, where are we? You can see we took off from Brno, we're heading up to Prague. That's how far we've flown. You can even see how we're lined up on the final approach there. This is the centre of Prague, by the way, on this kind of area. This kind of like you in the river kind of around here. Borovice, that's the Orbeck scenery for the Czech Republic. But yeah, you can see we're actually lined up quite nicely now. So I'm going to let it carry on and show it on a sectional or a textured. Now that looks good. Yeah, you can see what I was saying about the centre of Prague when we come right over the scenic bits. Anyway, let's get back in the sim. I actually don't know if that's been showing you things at all. Yeah, it has, that's good. Oh, it's decided it wants to crash itself now. That's never good. Hopefully it comes back. I might just edit it to look like it never crashed. Probably will. Oh, we're back in the aircraft now, so I'm not going to even have to edit that. Or if I do, I'll just put like 3 hours later. Or 6.5 hours later. Down, but yeah. 28 miles. So what we can do also, since we're approaching Prague, which is that built-up area over there, the airport will pop at a certain distance as well, I think, is just slow ourselves down to 220 knots, so we don't come thundering in over the zone, and it gives us a nice amount of time to slow the aircraft down, because you can see she slows down, but not particularly rapidly. Flap 1. You can see that's the barber pole, that's accurate. and that tells us, speeds and informations and I can extend the flap because we were decelerating through 230 knots at the time I popped the flap. It's also a good idea for us to put the gear down earlier before we fly over Prague, because after we've been up at altitude we kind of have water freezing onto the landing gear, and then when we drop the gear it breaks off and it falls and hits people on the head, which is never good. Medium, we'll go with auto brake. We don't really need much auto brake because the aircraft stops quite nicely, and yeah, as far as I'm concerned we don't need it. Actually, stuff what I said about the auto brake. Now I'm going to slow us to 180. There's the airport just popped in. You can actually see the air. That's the one we're landing on. We will have to manoeuvre quite violently to get ourselves onto final. I'll probably disconnect along above minimums, which we'll be configuring shortly. And I'm going to pull speed right back down to 180 knots. It's peculiar. It shouldn't actually cause us many issues. Right, we should now descend to 5,000 feet. I'll take flap 2 at this stage. Right, that's the descent rate setup. Now we can look at the minimum. We're a Category C aircraft, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but it's a straight-in approach. We have a MDA of 398 feet. So, okay, that's interesting. What I'll do is I'll just set the aircraft up for when we come to the descent point, which will be, it's not that, it's still a little way away, but when we come to the descent point, what I'll do is I'll just stand on the brake. So I'll just set the speed to a altitude of roughly the speed to an altitude. What the hell am I talking about? The altitude to rough altitude of the MDA point. We can increase that rate of descent slightly. Another drive-by view. Ooh. Drive-by. Prague Airport absolutely love us because we've got absolutely zero levels of noise emissions. Looking at the exterior of this aircraft, it's quite a manky aircraft that we bought for Czech holidays. I don't know if I mentioned. I may have totally forgotten to mention that. I'll probably have to insert something when I come to do my editing. $180. All right. So, yeah, we're not got hardly any power on. So doing quite good right now. Speed's good, altitude's good. Right, I'm going to slow the aircraft right down to VRF, which we said was 140. I'll make it 130. It's not particularly windy today. And the course select on my side It's 4 degrees off, which quite frankly I've yeah, I think that's beyond the accuracy of my flying skills, but hey. Okay, we can take flat 4 now. Right, this has broken itself. I'm happy to let it fly in like this though, because I can see. Now, if we go straight it, we'll turn to face the airport soon. It'll be a nice, it'll be a steep turn to final, but we can do that. We've dealt with worse. Blissful of the fact that there's no EGPWS in this aircraft. So as we go, gear, 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 gear. I'll satisfy though. Go and gear down. Okay, so our ground speed right now is near enough to 130 for it not to matter. So if I half 130, I get, well, for half 134, we'll stick with 134 because that's actually quite a nice one. 134 divided by 2. Please insert maths here. Hang on, I'm actually going to use a calculator so I don't get it wrong, because I've had a long day and my brain's kind of a bit foobarred right now. So, accessories, calculator. Yeah, I'm pulling this up on my PC as we speak, by the way. 134, 134 divided by 2. So that's 667, so that gives us an optimal descent rate of 670 feet per minute. However, I'm going to call it 600 because, well, sort of 700, because that's going to work out a lot easier to program into the aircraft. Now, we're approaching our Mark 4 descent. A little bit nose high, but I'm pretty sure that's an Embraer thing. And Alt Cell will go straight down. Come on. Scroll! I'm kind of tempted just to actually fight. I will probably end up flying the aircraft down to down manually, because that's going to take far much. We've got the time. Again, I'll probably fast forward this in editing because that's how bad it's going to look. It goes down in 10-foot increments, which is just crap. Honest to God, crap. Crap, Captain Manning, crap. I could actually use VNAV mode once we get over the top. And that's actually an idea. Okay, we're starting the APU up in preparation for the arrival. That's not an accurate APU start time. That's, oh, I got to the gate and I forgot to turn it up. Quick, turn on the APU. APU start time. But yeah, still a little way out. Also, a fun fact: if you look at my GPS indicator for how far away Prague is, Prague is compared to the DME indicator on OKL, you'll notice they significantly vary from each other. The reason for that, obviously, is the fact that whatever the center fix of Prague is, or the waypoint it's chosen to use Prague as, is in a different location to the OKL. And as we all know, OKL is cool. Actually, we can zoom the map in. Miles. That's a decent range to have on it. I wish there was a way to turn this into like the plan mode screen, although it's not the plan mode. Actually do that up here, don't you? Not doing anything. Sim hasn't crashed. She was just moving so slowly. Still not using. Oh, it's using a bit more power now, but still, it's pretty good. Right, what's our range? 12 miles. Torchner's down here somewhere, apparently. LKTC. There it is. 3 lines in the grass next to each other. Torchner is actually Czech. Well, Torchner, if I say it with Czech pronunciation, is actually Czech for turning place. So you'd have a Torchner for public transport, where public transport kind of like turns around and goes back the other way. That's the centre of Prague. That's Prague Central. Spent a lot of my life there. I never realised quite how close to the airport it actually is. Alright, so I'm just putting 2 of the difference in the ranging. Once we get to 9.3 was descent point, was it? Am I right in thinking? Yeah, 9.3 on the OKL. Transition altitude is 5,000, by the way, so what I can do is just go. Yeah, that's actually be alright. We're at 2 set winds, cloud to clear weather anyway. Yeah, we're still all the way, well, quite a long way back, because you look over the nose and you think, oh, I'm not at the airport, then you go, actually, well, no, I'm not. These hills are hardly there when you do an FSX, and here they're really quite pronounced. Of interest, I've brought my speed up to 130 knots. What would that do the GS? Not affect that much. Yeah, literally by half a mile now. Oh, well, 50 feet per minute, perfect. So, fuel on board still 10 tons because the aircraft was, as I say, we just took delivery of it. We're doing a crew training flight, and it's going out for a trip later on. And fuel at Prague's pretty cheap, so that's why they prefer to take it from Prague. Okay, so right, everything's set. I'm running out of things to say right now. I can also. That's the bing bong for the crew anyway. Out of interest, would that actually make the external lights go on? Yeah, it's a lot more heavily residential than that. No, it still looks as rubbish as it did before. Yeah, as I was saying, down there, those jumble of lines, that's Prague Central. Down to its right, you should be able to, it's not drawn in, but around there is another station called Masarykovo, which is Masaryk's station. He's the guy who actually basically invented the Czech Republic, or the Czechoslovakia at the time. Okay. Oh crap, 9 miles. VNAV. VS. Just VS. Alright, VNAV off. VS on. VS. Okay, 700 feet per minute. So as you can see, the speed's now coming off. The aircraft's absolutely noiseless because that's how it just does things now, apparently. Right, benchmark, DMEs and benchmarks. my decision DME is 2. 6 miles to go until we can fish a decider. Yeah, you'd think the sim had frozen. That's how still it is right now. Heck of in on that. Let's just have it go. Okay, up here APU's all on. That's all descending as per approach path. Okay, when we get to 1,000 I'll disconnect the autopilot. 1,000 above ground level, so that's 2,200. I'm probably going to end up disconnecting it sooner because I'm bored. No, we're not going to descend quickly enough. I'm going to just disconnect the autopilot.
Caution.
Start a bit steeper descent. Okay, so currently at 7.5 DME. So we should apparently be 1,200 feet lower than this. So yeah, so much for listening to the plates. 130 feet per minute. I'm going to just put a little bit of air brake out. So 130 knots, airspeed, air brake half. Alright, I've just worked out which switch was bound to the parking brake. Good job I didn't engage that after we landed. I'll also get a line-up done. But yeah, I don't understand how that happened. I really don't. This is the scenery we're using for Prague, by the way, today is a port from the FSX scenery, which is a port from the FS 2004 scenery. Which I suppose it's good, but it's quite old at this stage. Please tell me they've at least gotten the accent fitting right alt to this thing. I read a good review about this. To give you an idea though of how far, we're just crossing over the river now. It's, that island's called Ostrov, which literally translates as island. How creative is that name? Full speed brake. Full speed. I'm actually going to have my first flight in one of these in a few weeks. Whoa! Hey, we're descending. And we might even make it onto profile before landing. I can't exceed 165 at full flat. Something I've got to be aware of. Also, didn't show you the... just my camera pointed badly. Yeah, I'll show you that after we land. Flight director is F. Yaw damper stays on because it's that we need it. Put it that way. Auto throttle seems to have disconnected itself. Yes, it has. No biggie. We can control the speed. It's not far to go now. I'm also going to be doing a DCS World video, which should be coming out later, tomorrow. Because I'm back to one video a week due to the fact that I can't commit as much time to YouTube as I used to be able to. Winds. I'm crabbing it, but not as well as I'd like to. What even is that thing? That red thing, what is it? It's the other fire station. Didn't realise there was actually one there. Ah, it's supposed to, yeah, it'll not used anymore because that's it. That's runway 06. That's runway 22 there, which is no longer in use. 0422. Yeah, we got no radar. We should well within radar range now. Good job I didn't try and bug a radar decision height. I'm just going to check I'm not looking at dodgy places on the aircraft for it. Nope, no radar. That's 3.3 mile final. Or 2 mile final probably now. Yeah, it's the 2 mile final. And since we're not a passenger flight, actually we are going to be leaving as a passenger flight, so we'll go over to one of the gates. I was going to say we'll go over the maintenance hangars, but no, there's no point. Speed brakes. Oh God, I have the speed brake out.
Sink rate, sink rate, sink rate, sink rate, sink rate, sink rate.
Ooh, a little bit on the low side now.
Sink rate, sink rate,
That's fine.
sink rate, sink rate, sink rate.
Just the steep approach procedure in place to prevent noise abatement. Prevent noise, sorry. Power.
400. 300.
Okay. Aiming for the touchdown zone.
300. 300.
Minimums.
200.
One touchdown early. Power, 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 power.
100.
Trim, trim, trim. Yeah, a little bit on the slow side. Okay. We're alright. We're alright. Prague's a nice long runway. I landed in MD-11 here without reverses. So that gives you an idea. On this very runway. It's 10,000 foot runway.
20. 10.
It's a little bit. Oh, right. Am I connected to that? Well, that's awkward. Connected to that set? No. I don't think I was. Okay. So that speed brake should be out. Slow the aircraft. I don't know why it didn't deploy itself. And the only way to brake in X-plane, seemingly with power add-ons, is to buy the parking brake. That's tower over there on the right. That's another thing I found with FS. Actually, I'm doing 48. It's about the speed for a high-speed turn-off. Another thing I find with X-plane over FSX is it's really weird trying to judge what speed you're doing over the ground. Like right now, I'd say it's doing about 20 knots, even though I'm doing about 45. This is a bit dodgy. Dodgy. One 30 knots. Lucky Stipraha. Into Prague. What we're going to do is we'll just pull through here at one of the drive-through stands. Alright, well, that's a taxiway, so we can't turn right onto that. It's the next right we'll take, and I'll park up there. We normally put Schengen arrivals on here, so I think this aircraft will probably be going somewhere like Bratislava next, or maybe even Vienna. Okay. I'm doing the turn on. Oh, actually, it's going at the large stand. Like how I don't even know where I'm going. With this stand, what you would do is you'd position. It's kind of like a half turn-in stand. You can see, I'm just going to do this. Ooh, stop. I'll press that. Okay, APU. I'm going to confirm that is running and that is connected. Yes, it is. 1, 2, stop. Stop. That's both engines now stopping. We just got the external here. Actually, no, I can't. Free cam. Hello, free cam. You there? Yeah, that's free cam. So if I can. I can't even find the right keys now. Stuff this. Alright. Free cam away, and there we go. So, as you can see, it's a fairly pretty aircraft, is the Embraer-190. I mean, the cargo hold's not too badly modelled for flying through it. And all the doors, by the way, all the door animations work. I know I didn't show you that, but they work and they're alright. All the reverser animations, like, actually, they're not bad either. Look, you can get the fumes being kicked up the other way, which is good. And then it shows them being kicked out the back, which I like. Overall, I don't. And this aircraft, put it in FSX language for you, because I know a lot of you who watch my videos are from FSX. It's a bit like CLS. It looks good, it flies good, but it's not PMDG or Flight Factor if you're in the world of X-Plane. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 8, mate. Thanks for watching, folks. See you all in the next one. Bye.